Hello everybody and welcome to Clyde Bridge Station. For once I'm actually making an appearance in front of the camera rather than behind the camera, and we're not in the layout, we're actually in my bedroom here, in the front bedroom of my house. The reason that I'm actually here is because we've all heard about the new Bachmann retooled Class 47. Bachmann have put that out on their YouTube channel, and several people have made their comments on their own YouTube channels. It's overshadowed somewhat something that's been rather forgotten, in that earlier this year, I think it was during the summer, Hornby announced that they were going to be bringing out a limited, they were going to bring out a web exclusive Class 47 47712 Lady Diana Spencer in ScotRail livery, with a price of just £99, and it was going to be sound fitted. In the midst of all the Bachmann hullabaloo, this model's been rather forgotten. Hornby, of course, have had the recent quality control issues with the Mark III DVTs, and again I won't go into those because they've been well publicised elsewhere. But what has got me thinking was about what can we expect from this 47712. Now, the product code for the 47712 on the Hornby website, if you are actually interested in it, is Romeo 30079 Tango Tango Sierra. Okay, so that is what the. But if you were to go into the Hornby website and key in the search engine 47712, you'll get it. There's actually two. There's one in the Rail Operations Group livery, and the one that we're going to be talking about here, the ScotRail liveried one. £99 for a sound fitted Class 47. Compare that to one of the Bachmann ones, which could be in excess of £230. So, with no images yet, because it's not been released yet, and with only an artist's illustration of it, I've decided on your behalf to contact Hornby and ask them some questions about it. Now, the first question I did put to Hornby was, the recent Mark III DVT in Swallow livery has been criticised for the light bleed at the cab end. How confident is Hornby that light bleed will not be an issue with 47712? Well, they say that light bleed will not be an issue on the forthcoming model, as this model does not have lights. Very interesting that. It is DCC sound fitted, but won't have working lights. If you've got a layout like mine, it's a terminal layout, and you've got a push-pull set, this might actually be an ideal locomotive for you, because as long as the DBSO is at the station end, then it won't matter about the working lights, will it? Very interesting that. Will it have the RCH push-pull jumper cables on the cab ends? If yes, a bugbear of the man who runs the Dean Park layout on YouTube with the Bachmann version of the 47/7 is that the jumper cables are orange when they should be black. If 47712 has jumper cables, will these be black? Well, the model will have jumper cables on the cab ends, and Hornby have told me they'll be in orange. That is clearly wrong, because in fact I can actually prove this. You can go onto the website class47.co.uk if you want to, but I don't know how clearly you can see that there, but 47712 is in that photo there, which was taken in September 1987, and the jumper cables are clearly black. That is a mistake from Hornby. As David Watson, who runs Dean Park Station, said, a very careful hand with a brush and some black paint could change that. Bachmann are of course very guilty of that, although interestingly enough, Bachmann's limited edition 47706 in unbranded weathered ScotRail livery, the jumper cables were black. Review of that in the top corner. Is the tooling for 47712 a current Hornby tooling or the old Lima tooling? If it's the former, given the price is £99, will there be as much detail as on the Bachmann 47, including the most recently announced retooled version. Now, what they did actually say with regards to the Bachmann one was, I cannot pass comment, where have I got it now? I had it somewhere. Yes, it said here that the model is based on the Lima tooling, the Lima Class 47. Hornby have never retooled the Class 47 since taking over the Lima tooling. I am unable to compare this to a Bachmann example, as I have never seen a Bachmann Class 47. It sounds like it's going to be a budget locomotive. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Loco is going to be sound fitted, you say, so can you provide details on the decoder that will be factory fitted and the sound speaker? They didn't actually provide details on the actual sound speaker, but they did tell me that the Class 47 TTS Tango Sierra decoder is the one that will be fitted to it from the factory. Why is it only web exclusive, I did ask them, and not for sale in model shops? This was actually a criticism of a few people when this was first announced. Surely after recent times it would be a good way to support model shops, especially Scottish ones, given this is a ScotRail machine, and how how modern a motor is being fitted to 47712. Will it be one similar to those used in your current range, or an old style motor? With regards to the web exclusive bit, all they would say is, I cannot pass comments on the ordering arrangements between Hornby and our valued retailers. It says web exclusive, but I would like to think Hornby would release a few to Scottish model shops as well, to let them sell it. Whether they could sell it at £99 is obviously another matter. As regards the motor, they tell me it's got a 5-pole skew wound motor fitted as per its listing on the Hornby website, similar to those found fitted in other modern models. Your website says winter 2022 for release. Are you able to be a little more specific, say what month in 2022? All that the gentleman Samuel Covington, who's a customer technical advisor at Hornby, would tell me was, this is shown as being released in the first half of 2022. However, release dates can be subject to change for factors outside of our control. So we can fully sympathise when Hornby cannot give us a specific date yet. I asked him why, if this has been sold for £99, and the obvious question is, why can't you sell other locos at this price? Well, they wouldn't be drawn on that, but they would be drawn on my final question. Are you confident the ScotRail livery is exactly as it was back in the day and will match other rolling stock? I asked that question because a major criticism of the Oxford Rail Mark 3s, and you'll see that on my layout on my 3-coach push-pull set, is the lower grey is more of a silver on the Oxford Rail Mark 3s and didn't match the Bachmann Mark II DBSO or the Bachmann 47/7 in either 47708 or 47712. Very interesting concerns that people would have about that. And Samuel said to me, our research team do their utmost to ensure livery accuracy. The livery of the Class 47 has never been the subject of comments suggesting that it may be wrong. And let's just hope that that is the case with this one as well. So it's £99 for this. So what's my own thoughts on it? Well, what I would say to you is that it sounds like with it having the Lima tooling, it's going to be a budget locomotive, although interestingly not marketed as part of the railroad range, but it's sound fitted. So it means that there might be some things that aren't in there that that you might find on the Bachmann 47. Rotating fans, for instance. I heard David Watson say that he wasn't really too fussed about the rotating fans. So it might well be that Hornby, who announced this model before Bachmann announced their retooled 47s, may have actually done a clever thing here in bringing out a budget bargain basement Class 47. And making it a low entry price. The question, as I say, is if they can do it with that one, why can't they do it with others? As I say, Hornby haven't answered that question. And it may actually be, for those who are balking at the price of a Bachmann 47, that Hornby's offering may actually turn out to be a pretty good alternative in the end. But as I say, until we get the physical models and get actual proper photographs of the machine on a screen, we won't know for certain what on earth it actually is going to look like. And although the jumper cables are going to be the wrong colour, it's reassuring to know that they will have that on them. Working lights are not on it, but then it is at £99, so it is a possible entry model. And for those who are just starting out in the hobby, it could actually be a very useful addition to a fleet. I'm swithering about whether to get it to have a second 47/7 and a secondary push-pull coaches, but I sincerely hope that Hornby do make it available to retailers to sell in their shops, particularly Scottish ones, because it is a very good, it'd be a very good web exclusive, I know, but it would be an even better regional exclusive. Bachmann have done this by selling various 47s and various exclusive to various regions. I mean, I've actually got two on my layout that I bought from the Kernow Model Centre. They were advertising them on their website, so I would love to see Hornby go and do the same thing. If Model Rail Scotland 2022 does go ahead, and at the moment it appears it will be going ahead, it'd be interesting to see if Hornby's got a sample tooling actually on their stall at Model Rail Scotland, should they be there, and we could actually get our own judgment on it. So that's the best information I can get for you. I've asked those questions and got you those answers on your behalf. So it gives you some thought as to whether or not you would like to purchase this machine. So if it does become available next year at some point and you do decide to purchase it, let us know what you think of it once you've purchased it, and get some photos up, because it'd be good to actually see photos of your machine, of your 47712. Well, that's it for this edition of Clydebridge Station. The next video I will be back at the layout doing work on the shopping centre. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves and enjoy your layouts. Bye bye for now.